The Chuck Shoot Podcast.
Please welcome back to the show the very funny Fahim Anwar.
You got to be on Conan. That had to have been surreal as well, right? Because you were up a fan of his.
Yeah, that was really cool. I've done it twice now, but the first time was definitely more of a monumental thing in my mind because I grew up with this guy.
Yeah.
And I've said it on other podcasts before, not only did I grow up watching his show, he was a part of everything that influenced me as a child when it came to comedy. He wrote for SNL. He wrote for The Simpsons. And then I loved his late night show.
Forgot about that.
There is a strand of Conan in my comedy DNA.
Did he remember you the second time?
I don't know.
Because they see so many comedians.
They see so many. I mean, he's very gracious. The times that I've met him on the show, and
it's because your comedy is his. Like, I feel like he would be a fan of yours. Like, because it seems like you guys have similar style.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, kindred spirits, I guess.
I know one comedian that's a fan of yours is Bill Burr. That was pretty cool. He gave you a shout out and said that you're like one of the best comedians out there right now.
Yeah, that was random and super nice. That's the beauty of the Comedy Store is there's 3 showrooms and everyone's kind of bouncing between them as comedians, and you do so many sets a night. Sometimes you're surprised at who happens to be in the audience because he wanted to pop up in the belly room and do a set on this show. So he happened to go, I think it was going up after me. So I didn't know till after I got off, and he didn't even acknowledge anything. I didn't know he even really made an impact or anything. And then I see this interview that someone had done with him, and they asked him, what comics do you like? Who do you like? And then he mentioned that show in the belly room and said, "Oh, you remember my name?" Just sometimes you think there's such a huge disconnect between you and these people you really admire who are upperclassmen in comedy, and when they mention your name and say these nice things, it's really flattering and surprising because you don't think you exist to them. But it's great validation. That's one of my that's as a comedian, that's one of the best credits you can get. Even though it doesn't really make a splash with the average person, for comedians, that was like a big stamp for me, just personally.
Yeah. No, that's super cool. And also, you have some other famous fans. You said that the guy from O-Town, Trevor, is a fan, and like some Music People classics, Portugal the Man. And I don't know if you knew this one. This is because you're more EDM. Yeah. I'm a rock guy, but Todd Kearns, he's like the guitarist that works with Slash. He's a fan of yours. Who? Todd Kearns. He's like a.
Oh yeah.
Do you know him or
he
follows you on Instagram?
We're like Instagram.
Yeah.
We're Instagram friends.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
That is cool. I think that's also the beauty of just being out here in LA and being in the Comedy Store. Everyone's in the industry, and Comedy Store is a beacon of stand-up comedy. So you do so many shows throughout a night, you don't know who's in the audience and who becomes a fan, and these people you meet. Like, I would never think that these people would gravitate towards my stuff, but it's very cool.
No, it's amazing. You said Michael Shannon was in the audience once? He's a really good
one. Yeah. And I love him too. Like, he's seen me twice, and then I talked to him. Me and Kirk Fox, he saw our sets, and then he came up to us and was chatting with us at the Comedy Store patio, the front patio. It was great. Just have a conversation with the guy. And that's one of those things too, where he's so good at his craft and he enjoys stand-up comedy and respects it in the same way he respects acting. Just there's this cool mutual admiration for artists in other fields. I noticed that with music because I love musicians as well, and I wish I could do what they do, and they reciprocate as well. Sometimes it's cool to see Michael Shannon just pop in the Comedy Store. They let him in. He just sits in the bucket seats by himself in the back. He has like a glass of scotch.
He's by himself?
He just enjoys himself.
Interesting.
By himself, yeah.
I thought he'd have a huge entourage.
He's not the only one who does that. Other celebrity, he's a chill dude, man. Like, he's not like that.
Wow. Would you ever?
I think that's the coolest thing because he's not the only one I've heard who have done that, where they just come to enjoy themselves. They just slink in the back and like they're not even there. They don't make a big to do about it. They're just there to enjoy comedy and slip out
undetected.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Would you ever?
I've heard Ricky Gervais has done that. I think Tarantino has done that. Johnny Depp has done it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.